The day I watched my husband hand my house, my money, and my life to another woman in a crowded Los Angeles courtroom was the moment he realized I was never as weak as he thought. My name doesn't matter anymore. What matters is what I survived. I met my husband when I was 26. He was charming, ambitious, and spoke about loyalty like it was sacred. We built a life in Los Angeles, long workdays, shared dreams, and eventually a home that was supposed to be ours forever. I poured everything into that marriage. My savings, my trust, my future. I worked remotely in finance, quietly earning more than he ever knew. I believed marriage meant partnership, not competition. I believed love meant safety. I was wrong. By the time our 10th anniversary arrived, I was exhausted, but still hopeful. I thought the distance between us was stressful. I thought the late nights were work. I thought silence was just a phase. I had no idea my life was already being dismantled behind my back. It started with a bank notification, a large withdrawal, 5 figures, from an account only I funded. When I asked him, he smiled. Business opportunity, he said. You wouldn't understand. That sentence stayed with me. Then came the mail, documents I didn't recognize, property notices, a refinancing letter addressed to him alone. My name was missing. One night, while he slept, I opened his laptop. I wasn't proud, but instinct screamed. Emails, contracts, a woman's name repeated over and over. She wasn't just an affair. She was his partner. In everything, I discovered forged signatures, mine. My hands started shaking so badly, I had to sit on the floor. He had transferred my property. I moved my money and planned to divorce me once everything was secure. That night, I didn't sleep. I lay in bed inches away from a man who had already erased me from his future. His breathing was calm, peaceful, like he hadn't just stolen years of my life with a few forged signatures and secret meetings. I stared at the ceiling, replaying every moment I had defended him to friends, every time I blamed myself for his distance. The worst part wasn't the money. It was the realization that he never planned to leave quietly. In one email, I saw it clearly. He wrote that once the property transfer was clean, he would accuse me of being unstable, emotional, unreliable. He was preparing to destroy my credibility before I even knew a war had started. That was the moment my knees gave out. I slid down the wall of the bathroom and cried harder than I ever had in my life. I begged myself to be strong, but all I could feel was humiliation. 10 years of loyalty reduced to a legal strategy designed to erase me. For a brief moment, I truly considered walking away, starting over somewhere small, letting them keep everything just so I could breathe again. But then I imagined them living comfortably in my home, spending my money, laughing about how easy it was to fool me. And something inside me snapped. Not loudly, not dramatically, quietly. I wiped my face. I stood up, and I promised myself one thing. If he thought I was weak, I would let him keep believing that, right up until the moment it destroyed him. I remember breaking down in the bathroom, pressing my face into a towel so no one could hear me cry. I genuinely thought about giving up, walking away, letting them win. But then I remembered something. Everything he took, he underestimated how carefully I kept records. I didn't confront him. That was my first victory. Instead, I started documenting. Screenshots, audio recordings, copies of deeds, and bank statements. I contacted a female attorney in downtown Los Angeles. Quiet, sharp, relentless. She looked at the evidence and said, "He thinks you're emotional. That's his mistake." We built a case slowly, methodically. I let him believe I was broken, I stopped asking questions. I smiled when he lied. I even signed papers after secretly photocopying them. The more confident he became, the sloppier he got. That's when he publicly humiliated me. At a dinner party with investors, he joked about how some women don't understand money. Everyone laughed. I didn't. Inside, I was cold, focused, ready. The courtroom was packed. Cameras, reporters, his parents, her. He walked in smiling, arm around his lawyer, convinced he'd already won. That was the thumbnail moment. When my attorney stood up, the room shifted. She presented the forged deeds, the fraudulent transfers, the recordings, the emails. Then she handed me the folder. I stood. My voice didn't shake. "These are my signatures," I said, holding them up. "And this is proof they were forged." Gasps echoed. The judge leaned forward. His face was drained of color. The other woman stepped back like she didn't know him. In that moment, everything he stole came crashing down. Publicly, legally, permanently, the ruling was swift. Property returned. Accounts frozen. Charges filed. He lost more than money. He lost reputation, trust, control. I walked out of that courthouse into sunlight I hadn't felt in years. Today, I live alone in my house. Peaceful, safe, free. What I learned is simple but powerful. Never underestimate a woman who stays quiet while you betray her. Silence isn't weakness. Sometimes it's preparation.
Before you go, if this story moved you in any way, please like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to Revenge Uncut. Your support truly means everything to us. Don't forget to leave a comment below. We read every single one, and your words help shape this channel more than you know. Help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers so we can keep bringing you powerful, real, and unforgettable stories. Thank you for being part of this journey.